Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the progression series on volume 2 right now. This episode of the progression series, me and Jamie are going to be opening some packs of Magic Ruler, adding some cards to our decks, and then playing a best of 3 match at the end of the episode. So definitely stay tuned for that. If you want to skip ahead to the actual best of 3 match, if you're not interested in the packs, then be sure to do that, that's fine. But here I'm just going to be opening my packs of Magic Ruler, or Spell Ruler as it was eventually renamed into because they had some copyright issues with Magic the Gathering. So we're going to be opening 24 packs as with every episode. We open 24 packs of the set and then we add some cards to our deck, we see what we can get, and yeah, then we play some games with it. So definitely stay tuned for the rest of the series if you like this style of video. And if you haven't seen episode 1, be sure to check that out. I'll have a link in the description. And we'll get into some packs. You probably won't see the entire pack opening, but I'm going to try and edit in all of the highlights of the pack opening for you guys, because I don't want to make the video too long, because I know that will already be pretty long with the best of 3 match in at the end as well. But we'll get into some packs. Ooh, okay, we're on our 3rd pack, and we've got a copy of Giant Germ. So I believe this set has a few of the floater cards. I can't remember if Mystic Tomato is in this set, but Giant Germ is in this set, and there's another card similar to Giant Germ that's also really good. Oh, I think it's Nimble Momonga, I think that's the card. But if we can get a playset of either of those, that'll be really good. I think they're both rares, so that's perfect. Good start. Good 3rd pack. Ooh! Wait, we got a secret rare. I mean, it's not very good as a secret rare. It's Serpent Night Dragon. It's just a vanilla 2350 beat stick. It has more defense than it has attack, so you can tell that it's not very good. I think it's 2 tributes as well. It looks like it's level 7. But Serpent Night Dragon, that's a very cool card. I think that's a pretty important card in the anime at some point. So that's just nice to pull. I might just stick it in the deck because it's very cool and it seems to be pretty expensive according to this price tag over here. So I might just stick it in the deck because it's pretty cool. But I mean, I'll take it. I guess I got a secret rare. I think there are a lot better secret rares in this set, but it's not too bad. That's the 2nd copy now, so that's pretty good. Oh, we got Giant Trunade. This card is really good. Just bounces all spells and traps on the board to the hand. It's like a pseudo heavy storm, at least for 1 turn, that is. Cyberjar. Oh, Cyberjar is going to be really nice. I think that's another banned card. Okay, so. Oh, we got Black Illusion Ritual. If we can get a Relinquish to go with that, that would be pretty cool, just to be able to summon Relinquished out. Relinquished was always one of my favourite cards. I loved the whole idea of like stealing your opponent's monsters and absorbing them. And I liked the eye thing that they had going on with the weird eye that they had with like Relinquished and Thousand Eyes Restrict. 2nd Jig and Bakudan as well for more banned cards. I can't remember why the card is banned. I can't even remember what it does. Another Cyberjar. That's going to be real nice. That's going to be real nice. Mother Grizzly. Ooh, Upstart Goblin. That's a good card to just have. Be able to put the deck down to 39 cards. Mother Grizzly is another floaty card. I remember getting that in a structure deck, in some kind of water structure deck when I was little. A 2nd Giant Trunade and another Mother Grizzly. Okay, this pack opening is looking real good. Oh, another secret rare. We got Blue Eyes Toon Dragon and a 3rd Shiny Angel for the floaters and a 3rd Jig and Bakudan. Wow. I'm pretty sure you need Toon World on the board to be able to play the Blue Eyes Toon Dragon, which is a real shame because I haven't got a Toon World yet. But maybe we can get one down the line and we'll be playing 2 secret. I swear my secret rare luck has been so off because I get loads of secret rares, but none of them are good ones. Ah, that's rough. That's so funny. Oh, we got the Toon World, and we got Rush Recklessly. Rush Recklessly is actually really strong as a quick play spell in the early format. But Toon World, now I can play the Blue Eyes Toon Dragon. I might have to toss that one in just just to see how it goes. See if I can drop the secret rare. Nimble Momonga, it's a bit late because we're only going to have one copy of it. Like, we're 22 packs in, we're not going to put 2 more in these packs, but last pack, I think. Oh, we did. I think that's our third Mother Grizzly. I think. No. I already got a third one. It's like the fourth one. But wait, this is an ultra. Hang on, what? Wait, we got Toon Summoned Skull as well. Okay, I might have to put a couple of the Toon cards in. Toons were always one of my favourite archetypes in Yu-Gi-Oh! I played. I always found them really cool the way that Pegasus would, like, again with the absorbing opponent's monsters thing, you can notice the theme with the relinquished that I talked about earlier. But yeah, Toons, I always enjoyed them a lot. I found the I just liked how goofy they were just so cool. But Toon Summoned Skull, we got Toon World, we got Blue Eyes Toon Dragon. I might have to put them in just because it's funny. Yeah, we got some okay pulls, I think. They weren't crazy, like we didn't get any of the good spells, apart from Giant Trunade. We didn't get like Confiscation or any of the hand destruction stuff. But we got some okay floaters, we got some funny Toon cards, I guess. So I'll slot these over into Dueling Book and we will see where the deck takes me. So, hey, so this is what my deck's looking like now. Looking pretty different to the last episode. I managed to fit in some of the Toon cards that I pulled, just because they're pretty cool cards to have in the deck. I got Secret Rare Blue Eyes Toon Dragon and the Ultra Rare Summoned Skull, as well as a copy of Toon World. So they're going to be real nice. And to kind of synergize with those, I've gone for a little bit of a burn strategy. I know in the last episode, Jamie had a very solid strategy with his deck where he was using Cannon Soldier and cards like Jinzo 7 and Robin Goblin as a way to burn through my life points pretty efficiently, as well as being able to rip cards out of my hand very quickly. And he also had copies of White Magical Hat in his deck, which was unlucky for me because I didn't pull a single copy of that card in my packs from the last episode, which was a shame. So I figured I'm not going to be able to out-hand control him, but I might be able to burn him out with some of my burn cards. And I've gone for basically a bunch of draw power and a bunch of floaters with the new cards from Magic Ruler. There's a lot of good floating monsters in the set and just good ways to generate value through that. So we've got the copy of Blue Eyes Toon Dragon and the copy of Summoned Skull with the Toon World. Those are going to be our main big hitters and big finishers for the deck, as once they've been on the board for a turn they can attack directly, but they can't attack the turn that they're summoned. We have the 2 copies of Cyberjar, just a great way to stall out the game and to further draw some more cards, generate some more value if I'm running low on resources, which is real nice. 2 copies of Hain for some more stall, and then the main combo of the deck is going to be my 3 copies of Mother Grizzly. So this is the best floater that I pulled for the current card pool that I have. I did get 3 copies of Shining Angel, but my light monsters are really lackluster at the moment. But the Shining Angels will be a lot better come the later sets when light monsters get a bit of a boost. I would have loved to see copies of Mystic Tomato to pull out Sangan and Witch of the Black Forest from the deck, but I didn't see any Mystic Tomatoes in my packs. But I did get the 3 Mother Grizzlies, and so I'm using these to float into either a copy of Water Omotics, just as a decent big beater, or a copy of Catapult Turtle. So what I didn't realise about these floaters is they don't actually have a level restriction on their effect for the card that they're bringing out. It's just an attack restriction. So I can actually normal summon Mother Grizzly, crash it on my turn to bring out Catapult Turtle, and then maybe tribute off some of my big hitters to start burning through Jamie's life points. Sadly, Catapult Turtle is only once per turn, so it's maybe not as strong as Cannon Soldier, but I don't think I have a copy of Cannon Soldier, so I had to go for the water route and start running Catapult Turtle instead. But it will still synergize quite well with the burn strategy I've got going on. And then we have 2 Princess of Tsurugi, I think is how you pronounce that. She's a flip effect monster that burns for 500 for each of my opponent's spells and traps on the field. This will probably get sided out after game 1 if I get it down, because he'll probably my thought process is Jamie will probably set a few of his spell cards to use as bluffs during my turn, so that I'm forced to play around some of his trap cards when he doesn't even have them. And so if I can flip this up when he has a few bluffs set down, then it will burn some extra damage off of him that he wouldn't have necessarily had burnt off him if he'd known that I was running the card. So I'm thinking I'll definitely have this in game 1, and if I can pull it off, then I'll probably side this card out game 2 and 3, because he'll probably start playing around it a little bit better. Then we have 3 copies of Sangan and 3 copies of Witch of the Black Forest. This is just great to search through my deck, which is really nice. And something that's really good is the Witch of the Black Forest can actually search my Toon Summoned Skull because it has 1500 or less defense. So if I can get the Toon World into my hand early on, and then I can use Sangan to search Witch and Witch to search Toon Summoned Skull, then I can get a pretty big piece taken down pretty early on. And that's going to be really good, especially if he can stay on the board and I can get a direct swing. That's just going to be really helpful for the deck. I have 1 copy of the Unhappy Maiden. This is because the deck at the moment is looking to go into the long game with some burn tools, and so if this is my only monster on the board and I've got it set face down and he's got a few monsters out, then he'll destroy this by battle, and then it will save me some of my life points, which will be real nice. But also, during the last game we were setting a bunch of monsters, and we would get to like 3 or 4 monsters on the board before anything would actually happen. And so my thought process is, if this is the first card to get attacked into when he starts attacking into my monsters, then it will save the rest of my monsters from being destroyed that turn, which will be nice. Also, another strategy that I'm going for in this deck is, during the last episode, I had something like 10 2000 defenders in the deck, and I was just planning to wall up and try and stall him out. But for this episode, I've actually got no 2k defenders in the deck. But my thought process is I'm going to try and bluff him into thinking that I have 2k defenders, so that he'll be a little bit more worried about attacking into my face down defense position monsters, because he might not be able to get over the 2k defense and then take some damage. So I'm going to definitely play that to my advantage, at least during game 1 if I can pull it off. Then in terms of spells and traps, we have copies of Dark Hole and Fissure for removal, as well as my obvious copy of Regeki. The main new card that I have in the deck from the Magic Ruler set is 2 copies of Giant Trunade. This is going to be really nice if I'm making a big push, because I want to bounce all of his spells and traps to his hand, so that I don't have to play around cards like Trap Hole or 7 Tools of Command, which I know that he has in his deck. Or if he's pulled copies of Rush Recklessly, then I can bounce those to his hand before he pulls them off in the battle phase. So this is just a really good card for if I'm pushing for game at all. 1 copy of Paralyzing Potion to try and stall out the game a little bit longer, and 3 copies of Pot of Greed, because it's Pot of Greed. If I can run the card, I'm going to. I've got 1 copy of Rush Recklessly. I'm not sure about this card at the moment. That's why I've only got it 1 copy, although I only pulled 1 copy, I think. But I'm not going to be attacking all that much, because other than the Toon cards, my monsters are going to be pretty low attack value. But I figure that if I just need to get over one of his monsters, I can swing it with, say, Mother Grizzly or something. And because Mother Grizzly, when it's destroyed, it forces me to summon the monster out in attack position, Rush Recklessly can then synergize with that, because he'll attack over the attack position monster, and I can Rush Recklessly it to give it 700 attack and maybe beat over his monster. And also, if I've got a Toon monster already established, I can Rush Recklessly just for 700 extra damage on his life points, which is nice. Swords of Revealing Light for some good stall. And then I actually have 3 copies of Tremendous Fire in the deck. This is just to give me that extra reach for when I'm going for game. It does inflict 500 damage to my life points, but it inflicts 1000 to his life points, and judging by the pace that the last game went into, where it took quite a while and then it ended up just being whoever got to their burn cards first, and because I wasn't really running any burn cards, Jamie ended up often just winning because of his Jinzo 7 and his Cannon Soldier that he was running. So I'm thinking Tremendous Fire could just give me some extra reach if I can establish some early burn cards, or if I can start winning the board in some way. I've got 1 copy of Upstart Goblin in here, just to put it down to a 39 card deck. Seems pretty good. I was considering taking it out because of the 1000 life points in a a burn strategy that could be pretty impactful. But I'm going to see how it is in game 1, and maybe game 2 I'll side it out for some of my side deck options. And then for trap lineup, we've got the 1 Horn of Heaven, 1 Seven Tools, and 1 Trap Hole, which are pretty standard, just good cards that I managed to pull. And then 1 copy of House of Adhesive Tape. I'm going to see how this one goes, because if he summons, I think there's a card called Zany Zebra, which is like an 1800 attack, 400 defense. There are some of the, there are definitely some cards in the current sets that we've got that are big beaters on the attack, but definitely much smaller on the defense. I think Jirai Gumo falls into this category as well, although I'm not sure. But House of Adhesive Tape could be really good in case he's trying to establish one of those. In terms of the side deck, I've got 3 Electric Snake. This is to counter his hand control strategy that he was running in the last episode with the White Magical Hats, the Robin Goblins, and the Jinzo 7s. I'm thinking if I notice that he's definitely still running those cards in his deck, I will probably side these in for some of the weaker cards in my main deck for game 2 and 3. I am siding the Jinzo 7 and Robin Goblin combo. I was wanting to main deck this originally because Jinzo 7 has inherent synergy with the deck that I'm running at the moment, because it's kind of a burn style deck. And this 500 poke every so often could just be really impactful in the end. But I figured because it's a 5-card engine, I didn't really know what I wanted to cut out of the deck, so I'm just leaving it in the side deck, and I want to see how the main deck performs during game 1, and see if I need to side deck in the Jinzo 7 Robin Goblin thing. The Aquamador is a decent side deck option because it's another target for Mother Grizzly to bring out, and if I need some more 2k defenders in, then it could be a good shout to bring in. I wanted to side more copies of this, but I didn't end up having the space. 2 copies of Toll. This card is just decent for stalling out the game, and either Jamie's not going to be able to attack, which is great for me because I want to go into the longer game, or he is going to have to pay some life points, which is good because I've got some decent burn strategy in my main deck. So this card could come in as well. 2 Tribute to the Doomed, just for some extra removal if I need it. And then 2 Fairy's Hand Mirror. So I think in Magic Ruler there's a decent few equip spells, like Malevolent Nuzzler is a strong one, but there's also some decent single target removal at the moment, like Paralyzing Potion as well, or just some of the other removal cards that we've got in rotation at the moment. So I'm thinking Fairy's Hand Mirror could be good if Jamie's going for a more aggressive strategy with the equip spells, or if he just has some decent removal in his deck, maybe from the new set that I don't know about. So the Fairy's Hand Mirror could be good to bring in. And then the 2 Robin Goblin to go with the Jinzo 7. So that's pretty much the deck that I've got at the moment as of this recording and as of this episode. We'll probably just get into the game straight after you see this, so I'll see you in the game. Hopefully I can do well, hopefully I can win. We'll see how this deck works out. It seems to be pretty interesting. Yeah.